This is part 3 of our beginner yoga series for stress release. And we're going to do a simple flow for the back to loosen up the spine. The first one was to loosen up the shoulders, upper back and neck. And then the second part was for the hips. So today's the spine. Next week's going to be the full body. And at the end of the video, I really need you to give me a feedback if you'd like me to continue the series of stress release or what else you'd like to see on this channel. I'm Noko O Yoga. Welcome to my channel if you are new. Please subscribe by clicking the bottom right corner of the screen and like this video. I'm going to be using a block. It's optional. We're going to start with 10 cycles of deep, slow breath. And if you find the seated position uncomfortable, you can elevate your hips on a folded towel. You can even roll your mat and sit on it. I invite you to place the palms of your hands on your thighs. We're going to inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale nose, exhale mouth. Let's start by exhaling all the air out. Inhaling, opening the mouth. Inhaling, exhaling. Keep going with this breath, finding your own rhythm. You want to make sure that your breathing is smooth, there's no straining. Let's do 2 to 3 more cycles like this. Back to normal breathing. If your legs are crossed, let's switch. And let's start by bringing one arm up, other hand on the mat, inhaling to the nose, and lateral stretch. One common mistake is that we want to go deep into the stretch, so we have the arm in front of the face and we twist here. Imagine you have a wall, or you can use your wall, and you want both shoulders to remain against the wall. So we're going to hold it here. Inhaling center, switching side. Exhaling, lengthening the spine, creating space between your vertebrae. Keeping both shoulders against the wall. So it feels like you're opening your chest, kind of pushing your chest forward. And a few more cycles of breath here. And back to center. 2 options. You can remain seated. If you do so, you can switch leg again. I'm going to be on my knees. I like being on my knees. If you want to try on your knees, you can also place a block or pillow underneath your hips to make it more comfortable. And we're going to keep stretching the spine. So we just did a lateral stretch. Now we're going to do a twist. So what we're going to do is place the right hand against on the outside of the left thigh and your fingertips behind your hips. Avoid leaning back so you can remain straight. Inhale, exhale, twist. I'm using my front hand to twist a little bit deeper. So apply pressure against the thigh. I use the resistance of the thigh to twist deeper and gaze towards the back of the room. We keep lengthening the spine. Slowly back to center. Left hand on the outside of the right thigh and right fingertips behind the spine. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. Exhaling, twist. Keeping the shoulders stacked over the hips, lengthening the spine, deepening the twist with each exhale. And back to center. So we move the spine side to side, rotate it. Now we're gonna do cat and cow to move the spine front and back. Inhaling, we drop the belly, releasing the tailbone, tilting the tailbone towards the spine, towards the ceiling, and pushing the chest slightly forward. Inhale, this is cow. Exhale, we do the opposite. We scoop the tailbone forward. Chin under, shoulder blades spreading out. Really holding it here, swaying side to side, feeling the stretch between the shoulder blades. Holding it here, moving forth and back. And notice where you feel the stretch and how the stretch changes as you move. Back to center, inhaling cow. Exhaling cat. Again. And let's tuck the toes under, preparing for down facing dog. Lifting the knees, inhaling, exhaling chest to the thighs. Option to hold it here, knees bent, or to go deeper by extending the knees without moving the shoulders forward. Option to also press the heels down. Nodding the head. Yes. Nodding the head, yes. Feeling the weight of your head lengthening the spine. Pushing the tailbone up to the ceiling, chest towards the thighs. Let's walk the feet towards the hands. If you have a block and have your hands on the block, we're going to soften the knees. Bring the chest close to the thighs. Option to start extending the knees a little bit, not completely. Nodding the head. Option to hold it here. If you're using a block, you can have your hands on the block. If you want to go a bit deeper, you can press your chest towards your thighs, interlace, or grab your elbows. Slowly release. Inhaling, halfway lift, belly lifted. Exhaling, chair, supported chair, or hands towards center. Inhaling, reaching up, opening the chest. And hands towards center. And again, inhaling. And exhaling. And going straight down, inhaling, exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, right leg back, stepping as far back as possible. Pressing the hips down into a forward fold. Shifting the weight forward. Option to go straight down into your staff pose or modified staff pose. Pressing the shoulders down, all the way down. Let's keep the top of the feet into the floor, contracting the thigh muscles, hands next to the chest. Inhaling, baby cobra. Exhaling, down facing dog. Option to keep your heel lifted. Option to bend your knees. The main thing is to maintain the alignment of the spine. Option to press your heels down. Drawing the left leg out. Runner's lunge. Pressing the hips down. Option to use your block. Make sure your fingers are pointing straight front. So hand on the block or on the mat. Slowly twist from the waist up. Thumb in the crease of the hip if you have any shoulder issues. Or reaching straight up. Opening the heart towards the ceiling. Back to center. Making room for your right foot. Forward fold. Softening the knees. Inhaling, chest up. Exhaling, chair or modified chair. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, cactus arms, opening the heart. Inhaling up. Exhaling, chair into forward fold. Inhaling, chest up. Exhaling, left leg back, runner's lunge. Into a staff pose. Into a plank. And from here we shift the weight forward, so we bend the elbows. See if you can tuck your elbows in rather than opening them. All the way down. Inhaling, baby cobra. Exhaling, down facing dog. Here let's open the feet a little bit wider, as wide as the mat. Option to hold it here, or to twist by grabbing either your thigh. If you want to go deeper, you grab your calf or ankle and pull your chest out. Deep stretch into the low back. Also feel it in the shoulder blades. Back to center. A few breaths here. Slowly inhaling to the nose. Exhaling to the nose. Option to hold or twist the other side. Keep pushing your right hand into the mat. Back to center. Feet together. Inhaling, drawing the right leg out. Pulling the knee to the chest, runner's lunge. Now we twist to the left, with or without the block. Press the tailbone down. And twist. And imagine you twisting from the waist up. Back to center. Forward fold again. This time, let's see if we can shift the weight towards the heels, into the front of the feet. So you may feel it, the stretch more in your calves. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, any option of your chair. Okay, hands can be on the thighs to support your back, on the heart, or here if you want to challenge yourself a little bit. Inhaling, coming up. And heels lifted, balance. Hands toward center, heels down. And inhaling, opening the heart. Exhaling, maintaining the length in the spine, softening the knees. Halfway down, extending the arms back. Belly lifted, ribs squeezing in. Hold it there. And hands to heart. And 3, you can have your foot underneath your knee by your ankle, or grab your ankle, bring it all the way up. Make sure your toes are pointing down. Feet together. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, cactus arms. So we push the chest up. We squeeze the shoulder blades. We imagine we want to bring the elbows behind our spine. Inhaling, hands to heart. 3 on the other side. Any option is fine. Don't worry if you losing your balance, it's normal at first. It takes practice like everything else. Be patient with yourself. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, chest up. Exhaling, let's walk the feet back, knees down. Let's meet into a seated position. We're going to do a head to knee. If you have a towel or a strap, yoga strap, grab it. Or if you're using a strap, you can place it underneath your foot. If you're not using a strap, you can grab your leg below the knee. Or maybe some of us, we feel the stretch right here. So you can have your hands behind your tailbone and lengthen your spine. So push into the mat with your fingertips. If we want to go a bit deeper, right here, we inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhaling, pulling on the strap. We imagine we pull this leg into the hip socket. With each inhale, we create length in the spine. With each exhale, we try to loosen up, relax into the position. And very slowly walking the hands back, other side. Lengthening the spine, inhaling. Exhaling, going a bit deeper into the stretch. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, relaxing. A few more breaths here. Slowly rolling up. We can just lay on our back. If you want to feel a release in the low back, what I like to do is bend the knees, place the feet wide, and relax the knees on top of each against one another. I feel a release in the low back. If you have a pillow, you can place it underneath your knees. You elevate your knees right here. So pick the option where you feel the most comfortable. Imagine yourself in a place that's calming to you. Could be your bed, could be a bathtub, your room, a garden, the beach. Observe your surrounding. Notice the different colors. Notice the temperature. Keeping the eyes closed, let's roll onto our right side. Find your comfortable position. Wiggle our fingers, our toes. Slowly bring ourselves up into a seated position. Hands to heart center. I need to know if you want me to keep going with this stress relief practice series. This is part 3. Next week we do the full body stretch. So join me next week and scroll down to the description, give me a feedback. From my heart to yours, with love, namaste.